Hi, this is Chris Chen with Project Life Coach, and I am doing a new web series called Sex Talks. Do you remember in 3rd grade when it was a really big deal and really embarrassing thing to have a crush on someone? Okay, I remember when I was in 3rd grade and there was a girl who sat next to me and she asked me a question. I didn't like her. She was like, "Hey Chris, do you have a crush on anyone in the class?" And of course, I'm not going to answer that question. And then she was like, "Do you like Susie?" Who was this girl in the class who was pretty cute. I didn't like her, but she was cute. So I didn't say anything. And she was like, "Oh, I think you like Susie." And then she stands up and she announces to the class, "Hey everyone, Chris likes Susie." And I was just really embarrassed. It wasn't really true. I didn't really like her that much. But I remember when you were little, it was really embarrassing to like someone. Even if I did like her, I would still find it embarrassing. Okay, fast forward a while later, when I was in 7th or 8th grade, I think I was walking with my friend in orchestra, and we're talking about hentai, which is anime porn. And he said something, he was like, "Of course I like hentai. Doesn't everyone like hentai?" And then I was like, I didn't say anything. Sure, I thought anime porn was kind of hot, but there's no way I was going to admit it, So I was like, no, I don't watch hentai, no. And lastly, I remember when I was 9th grade on the tennis team, right? There was this dude who was actually younger than me, and he asked me, he was like, "Hey Chris, do you masturbate?" And which is like a totally random question, and I was like, oh shit, what do I say? "What's masturbation?" I said. And then this dude, his name was Lawrence, he was like, "Yo guys, Chris doesn't know what masturbation is, ha ha ha." And like everyone was laughing at me, but it was like, okay, have people laugh at me for not knowing what masturbation is or admitting to masturbating? It was like a lose-lose situation. But basically it's kind of, when you look at these things, it's kind of funny, right? The first situation is when we're really young, we are embarrassed for having attractive feelings for someone, and we are also ashamed for watching porn, and we're also ashamed for masturbating, and now, I openly admit to all of those. I watch porn, I masturbate, and I like, girls, and it's taken me, I guess, a while to admit that. But of course, it still gets to the point where I don't think I'm comfortable with the topic of sex, and this project is just to kind of talk about it. I think sex has a lot of shame and embarrassment and ridicule and criticism in today's culture. Right now, I am 27 years old and I am still a virgin, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video. I think that for guys, admitting that they are a virgin, that's a really shameful and really embarrassing thing. It's kind of like I kind of feel like, just in my opinion, that it's like a symbol of your masculinity. You have to have sex with a lot of girls, and the more girls and the hotter the girls are, the more masculine and the more self-worth you have. And for that reason, if a guy is a virgin, they kind of feel like it's a really shameful thing, and I guess I want to come out and just be like, hey, I'm not saying like, oh, it's okay. What I'm trying to say is, hey, I feel the pain with you, like I get it. If you're a guy watching this and you're a virgin too, it's like, yo, I know what that's like because I'm living there right now. A lot of people do these sex talks, and I noticed that it's mostly like guys who have had sex with a lot of girls, and they're like, "Yo guys, I've had sex with a lot of girls, and believe me, it's not that big of a deal." And I'm kind of like, fuck you, man. You've already done it. Whatever. Or it's girls. women, really powerful women who are like, yeah, female empowerment, have sex, do whatever you want with your body, Of course, they're women, and I can't really relate to that. I think it's really rare for guys to be like, hey guys, I'm a virgin. Like, people will laugh at you. I was just talking to one of my close friends who's also a life coach, you know who you are, and he laughed at me. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly how guys feel, He was like, yeah, well, what if someone is just like, ha ha ha, what a loser. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it's like to be a virgin. And I just want to say, hey, I'm here right now. And I just want to end with one more story. And I was at a meditation class with a friend from Taiwan. And I was just taking him around, and I was giving him a tour. And we were about to leave. I noticed the girl at the receptionist desk was super pretty. She was really cute. And then I went to go talk to her, and I was like, hey, I pretended to be interested in the class. Well, I was interested. I was like, yo, what is the class schedule like? Blah, blah, blah. What in this class, what do you do? In that class, what do you do? Oh, this is Qigong class, And then after a while, I was like, oh, okay, so what's your name? Your name's Lily? I'm Chris. Nice to meet you. And I shook her hand. And then afterwards, I figured I'd come back to the class. I didn't ask for her number or anything, and then I left. And then my Taiwanese friend was all like, yo, dude, Chris, like, if I didn't know you better, I would say that you were hitting on the girl, because, you were flirting. It seemed like you were kind of flirting with her, and, you were shaking her hand and introducing yourself to her. And then I was just like, hey man, that's exactly what I was doing. The only reason I was talking to her was because I found her really attractive, and I was really attracted to her, and I wanted to get to know her better. And I've just realized I've come such a long way from just like, you remember when I was in 3rd grade, I was like, oh, I don't like any girls, and I hopefully one day, right now I'm just uncomfortable with the topic of sex, and one day I'll be like, with my girlfriend or wife, I'll be like, okay, we have sex, and it's a really natural thing, and we're really open about it, and we're really happy with our sex lives, and yeah, I don't think people are open about it right now, and we don't really know much about it, at least for me. And this is what this web series is about. It's kind of a journey of self-exploration. And yeah, okay, well, thanks for watching. Yeah.